YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. The 49ers will be interviewing former NFL cornerback DeAngelo Hall for their defensive backs coach job. This interview will take place early next week. Right now, currently, the 49ers have Daniel Bullocks listed as their defensive passing game specialist / defensive backs coach. So if DeAngelo Hall interviews well, gets the job, he will take over coaching the defensive backs, while Daniel Bullocks will keep his role as the defensive passing game specialist, and obviously will solely focus on that role more than also having to, coach the defensive back. So I'm a massive fan of this. I hope they do hire him. I hope he interviews well, and I hope he gets this job. Players coach, was in the NFL for 13 years. The last 2 seasons, he was with Carolina as their assistant defensive backs coach. So he's already has, a couple years of experience. The only reason he's not returning to Carolina, they mutually agreed to part ways following last year, or following the end of, this season. He wanted to pursue a promotion elsewhere. So obviously, spending time as the assistant defensive backs coach, he wants to officially be a defensive backs coach and not be an assistant. So obviously, I think when you look at DeAngelo Hall, he played in the NFL for multiple years as, a cornerback. He was widely regarded as one of the better cornerbacks of the 2000s. 3-time Pro Bowler, was also named an All-Pro during one of his years in the league. And obviously, with the 49ers parting ways with Nick Sorensen, Nick Sorensen went to Dallas to become their special teams coordinator. Previously, obviously, he was with the Niners as their defensive coordinator. Before that, he was the Niners defensive backs coach. And then obviously, after the Niners fired Steve Wilks after last season, or 2 seasons ago, I guess you could say now, since this year's wrapped up, he took on the role as the defensive coordinator. Obviously, we know how that kind of went. The 49ers practically fired him, and now he's with Dallas as their special teams coordinator. So I'm a massive fan of this, though. I think DeAngelo Hall would fit great in San Francisco, coaching the defensive backs. I love a player's coach. It's exactly what you're getting with DeAngelo Hall. And again, I mean, he's an up-and-coming coach. He clearly already has some experience working with defensive backs and being a defensive backs coach. So I'm pumped for this. I hope DeAngelo Hall does well. I hope the 49ers hire him and, he becomes an official DB's coach. So again, this interview will take place early next week. And again, I mean, this is an intriguing story because obviously, the 49ers, they've made a lot of adjustments to their coaching staff, with Robert Saleh here. Robert Saleh is going to want to have some say in who his, defensive assistants are. I think I like it, man. Like, I'm all for DeAngelo Hall coming to the Niners, working with this defensive back group and making this defensive back room better. So obviously, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. I'm intrigued by this, though. I've always been a fan of DeAngelo Hall. He also worked with NFL Network as like an analyst, and really well-spoken guy, knows his football. I mean, obviously, he's been or was in the league for 13 years. So let me know what you guys think of this, though, in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.